Hi everybody, this is Mary Flower. I'm going to do a quick video of things I found this last week at the thrift store. Been having too much fun the last week, which I really needed the fun because this year started out kind of crazy for me, and now it's kind of gotten to be a little more fun. So I have been having a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got at the thrift store this week. We'll start with this. I have a couple crazy stacks here, and such good buys. I mean, look at this stack. It goes all the way down. But this is just the last few days. I think there must be some kind of scrapbook closeout or something at our local thrift store here, because I sure have been getting a lot of yummy things. So I'll just go through these real quick. I found these beautiful little tabs, and they have gold on them. Isn't that pretty? And I found this for $1. I always use these constantly. I found these little, they almost look like, I don't know, they're little crafts, but 50 cents. I found this, which I really like this. It's a cling stamp, and I like this because there's 2 bottles, and there's little fireflies right there. And it does, for thank you, but I know I can use it for other things that I'm doing. That's kind of fun. Then I always use these. I had some regular stencils like this, but I like this one because it's a little bit slanted and the other ones are straight. I only paid 50 cents a piece for them, so I really like those. I found these for $1 a piece, and I really like these because I've used them so much. I'm not really sure what you use them for, but they're just basically little cards, all kinds of little cards. And these kind of have to do with a game theme, but I probably won't be using it for that. And I have 4 of those. And, I mean, maybe you can also do a theater theme, who knows. But I'm not really a sports person, but I can use the cards. Then I found this for $1, which right now I'm doing some really good nature books, and I will be showing those to you soon. So anything that has nature in it, then I can use it. Some of these are just funny little weird pictures, but I'll be using them for all sorts of different things. And I really like these old, kind of almost, not very much color in them. So that was $1. I like that. Now these ideal books, I really like these for for nature. This was only 75 cents. Oh, it's $1 for this one. I got another one for 75 cents. But it has a lot. First of all, I like the print on it because it's flat. I always try to get that print that is not shiny because they're a lot prettier in my books. And it has a lot of things of nature in here, which will make it even, little things like this. And even the pictures of the flowers, I can cut sections or use it for a pocket, all sorts of things. But I like it because of the way it's printed. And that's why I like these ideal. I think they're called ideals. And so they're really nice. So has beautiful natural things in that. Then I got a lot of, I think I showed another one where I had a stack this big of designer paper, and as you can see, designer's paper is about 6 inches deep, and I didn't really pay that much. And I like this paper because it's 2-sided, which makes it nicer. The old style paper used to just be printed, and it still is, on one side, but I like this paper because it's it's just a nicer paper. But you can see I have a huge stack here, and I didn't pay much. Then I found this because I'm doing some woodland woodland books, and this was a find. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at how cute these little pictures are. This will be really fun in a nature book, and all of the little pictures are just cute as can be. So I was really happy to find this one. See if you can see them. And it's all, there's little toadstools, mushrooms, all sorts of fun little things in this. Look at the little squirrel on the stump. But it's just filled with things from woodland. And since I'm going to be doing that, this is a nice time to find this. And I'm going to show you some more. This is more of the paper. I didn't show you all of it. This is another, what, almost 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches worth of very beautiful, beautiful paper. So, and I'm just finding scads and scads of it. Now I found this for $1. It's really pretty. It's kind of a burlap with little owls on it. It's a whole roll for $1, which is a good buy. And I found these. It's kind of hard to see it through here. I found this. This probably cost me for all of these about $1. They're these little windows, and they're just beautiful. Look at that. And if you put them over the top of something, you can see, aren't those pretty? I have a huge stack of them. This cost me $1, and that was a really good find because I've started using those. And I'll show you some of my projects I'm doing. I really was tickled to find these. Look how beautiful these are. They are, I'm not really sure. They're kind of like coasters, the same kind of cardboard, but look how beautiful these are. I don't know where you got them, but they were in a package, and this was $1, but they're so beautiful. The printing on it is so gorgeous. It was really worth it. And they pop out, see, like that. So these will be really fun to use in my nature projects here. I found kind of like washi paper. I've already used this, and I'll show you how in a minute. It's very pretty, and it peels off the back. And I'm using it for my little fairy princesses, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute too. I found this for really cheap. I think I paid $1 for this. It's just somebody hand did this, and I'm probably going to put it in a summer book. Then I think I showed you already, everyone, these. They're $1 a piece, and they're Jolie's, and they're little bottles. Well, I filled them up with fairy dust, and I will show you those. And I don't know, I probably bought $10 worth of these, and I will show you. I'm going to set this aside and show you what I'm doing with that. I paid a couple dollars for this, and it's worth it to me to buy these for a couple dollars because, one, I use all these beads for so many things, and then the containers are going to cost me a couple bucks anyway, so, and then I get all the beads with it. So, and I have a lot of containers. I really need to go through them all and organize them just a little bit better. I found these little books, and I don't know if I got a deal on this, but the reason I like them is because of the graphs paper in it. And so I got it pretty cheap. I found this really cheap. It's Trees of Wyoming. Basically, they're the leaves and things that have to do it. And in my nature books, these are going to be really good. I can use these. That was a good find. I found this for 50 cents. And I like these because these are all woodland creatures, and they can be used in various ways. And for 50 cents, this was a really good deal. So I really like that. I really like the idea. Now, I found these books, and when I first looked at them, I thought, well, you know, I think some Spanish speaking person, and it had their art. I'll show you what the original books look like. They just art and just reproduction. I guess they drew on some kind of inexpensive paper, and then they put them in these books. And the reason I like it is because of the way the book is laid out, a lot of plain pages. And so I bought all 5 of them, and I started making, and this isn't finished, a nature book out of one of them. And I'll show you a little bit what I'm doing with that. I've started cutting it with an altered book. You have to remove pages, otherwise they're just going to be too thick. So I started doing that, and in between I did things, you know, to the edges, and then adding some things back in, like so. And this will be a little book, and this is just a card. And so I've started adding things to it. Now, this isn't finished. It's got a long ways to go. But I made these pockets out of old pattern, the patterns themselves. And then I sewed them up and made these little envelopes out of it. And then I just put it into the places where I took out pages. And so that's how I'm using this book. I added hand-painted paper in here, and I'll be doing more to it. And this isn't finished. This is kind of a work in progress. I even added, look, here's some of the windows. See that I added. Now, on this one, the little bird, it sits in there, but this goes behind the bird, so it's kind of fun. I'm still working with it. A beautiful old envelope. This is an actual old envelope, and I like that. And I put a leaf on the back of one of those pockets. See, so you can put your hand in there. It's going to be pretty, but I still have a lot of work to do on it. And I like this page. I used an old envelope, and I'm probably going to glue these to some paper where I can write on the back. And I might use this for my garden book. And looks really cute, doesn't it? I like it. Here's another one. I put 2 in this book, but I made a bunch of these, and I'll be adding them into some books. So, there's an onion. Has an owl there, and I'm still working on this, so you're kind of seeing, and then I will cover this with some really pretty, probably some eco cloth that I'm going to be doing really soon. I'm probably going to put that on the front, we'll see. But nevertheless, these were kind of fun books, and the way they're laid out will be fun to use. So then one of the best buys I found were these magazines. Somebody dumped all these magazines. And anything that has work, gives you ideas, I like to buy anyway. I don't think this one came with it, nor this one. I think I grabbed the wrong ones. But these I paid $1. I paid $1 for these books. They're Stampingtons. And these are magnificent books. I mean, knew these cost a lot of money, these magazines. And I collect them anyway, so I won't resell these or anything. I really like these. And so for $1, oh my gosh, I think I got to find several Somerset Studio ones. And Somerset Studio, just great. I don't think I can get enough of these. I like these a lot. Now, I found this other magazine. I just grabbed them because they just looked really interesting. And I found out that these are magazines that I think are made in Canada, and they're actually very expensive, and I got them all for $1, which I could resell them, but I don't know. I'm kind of a hoggy pig about stuff like this, and so I may not resell it. But it has beautiful images in these. So for $1, it was wonderful. Look at this beautiful typewriter. And like I said before, I love the kind of images that it's flat. It doesn't have that sheen to it, and this is really great. These are beautiful images in here. And I got a number of these, and they're just beautiful. It's kind of like a Flow magazine or something, you know. Aren't these perfect? Ooh, I love them. And look at how many I got. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that yummy? Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I really felt like I got a find when I found these beautiful books. And it's called Uppercase. I think it's a Canadian magazine. But the images are so gorgeous. So I definitely will make use of those. I'm still thinking about whether I want to resell some of these. I don't know. But it's well worth $1 to me, and I'm sure to many of you who are making these kinds of things, they'd be worth $1 to you. And they're kind of rare, hard to find images. That's another thing, is some of this stuff is just, it's just hard to find. So I got a 6 or 8 of these. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and I'm pretty sure I have about 8 of these. I think 4 of these that I'm not putting in here are missing, because I think I had 19. I think I got 19 of these, and I remember thinking every one was worth $1. And then I found another book, and I really like this book. It was in the children's section. I only paid $1. It still has the cover on it, and for my nature pictures, these are going to be beautiful. They're kind of embossed, if you look really careful. This is called Blackberry Mouse, and the all of the pages are, if you feel them, they're sort of embossed. Very, very pretty. They'll be beautiful in a woodland book. And I can pull these apart. Look at that. Look at this nice little beautiful. I don't know if you can see there. Can you kind of see it's embossed? Beautiful. So it was well worth $1. In fact, I may try to find some more of this particular book. Every once in a while, I'll find a children's book that really appeals to me for what I'm doing, and sometimes I'll try to get several of them. Sometimes on Amazon, because I have some rewards right now anyway. So then I found this for $1. Beautiful needlepoint, and I love the little, somebody made it for their grandpa, and I think it's just so sweet. So if I do use this or cut it apart, I will probably include the back, because it's so sweet. I like it, and I'll probably use that in one of my pages. Then I found this. It's really quite large, and it looks like it needs cleaned, but that's okay. It was $2, but it's well worth $2. You can see the hand stitching on the back, and all of this is hand stitched, and I feel like I got a find. And so I will probably very carefully wash this. It has some stains, and it's been put on one of those big, you know, one of these things. So I can take that off pretty easily. But look how pretty all of this is. Look at that. So this will be very beautiful to use even sections of it in one of my books, or in about 4 or 5 or 6 of my books. I love to find things like this that I can pull apart. I found this big box. I have this beautiful paper, and I'll show you how I use this on fairy wings. Found this beautiful paper in it. So then I found these. These are like little little princesses. They have a little hat like this. And this was, I found 8 of them. And they're originally this was $25 for this. The envelopes are very gorgeous. They're just beautiful, beautiful. Then you can take this and punch this out. And I'm using it as I used it as a pattern, and it goes behind here. But I made some fairy princesses out of these, and I'm selling a bunch of things for the fairy festival, so I'll show you those. I may keep one of them for myself because my granddaughter goes crazy over my stuff. So I made these. I just changed them and used some of that paper that I showed you before, this right here, to make another top here, and then I will cut a little piece using that pattern for the little skirt. And then for the wings, I'm using 2 different things that I found at the thrift store too. This beautiful, well, actually I got this at Michael's on a 90% off right after, real soon later after Christmas, and it's really beautiful. And so I'm making wings out of that and out of this. So, and then I'm probably going to use the pattern. I'm going to save that last one that I didn't do and make another pattern and make some more. But they turned out pretty cute. And this is kind of 3-dimensional. I put them in here so that they would not get hurt. These are really pretty and shiny. So there's another set of wings I made out of that tissue paper. So I made those, and then I am making for the fairy festival. I'll show you. I'm making these fairy dust. I'm making a lot of them. What it is I've taken a Sizzix and made these little envelopes right here. Then I've put fairy dust. These are little bottles that are sort of 3-dimensional. I cut them out of there, and they're kind of sticky behind. Can you see those little bottles? I'll pull it out of there because it kind of is a big reflection on there. See the little bottles? And they're kind of 3-dimensional. I will put, see, I've made fairy dust. Then I put them, packaged them, because, you know, if you buy these, and I put not a toy, you don't consume it, even though you can't consume it. But you never know with people, you know, little children, they may start licking it. I don't know, but, so it's fairy dust. And what's fun is I wrote, fairies believe that gold fairy dust can make you dance. And so all of the gold ones like that they buy, they're you know, they're saying, oh, the fairies can make me dance. Then with the green one, that green fairy dust can make you peaceful. You can see the little bottle in there. See that little green fairy dust. And there's pink fairy dust. Oh, this one's the gold one. That's the green one. Let me see if I can. Oh, here's the silver one. The silver one, if you can see the bottle in there. And the silver one gives you sweet dreams. Then the blue ones, the blue fairy dust, makes your eyes twinkle. And then there's a pink fairy dust. And the pink fairy dust helps you to sing pretty. The fairies believe if you put this under your pillow, then you can sing pretty. You know, some kids can't, but, you know, it's just fun make-believe. So I've made almost 200 of these. And I've also doing a purple one. I'm not done with the purple one. And the orange ones, or peach colored ones. So I'm just making a lot because I'm selling them pretty cheap. So, and then another thing I found today, my husband and I were old, so we go to the senior center, and sometimes people put out free stuff, and I always look for it. And I found a few funny little things. I found a couple little cookbooks that are old, you know, and, you know, I may not use it. I don't know. I like the colors on this one, and I like the old ads in them. So for free, I always grab them, and I like the little old, you know, subscribe to the magazine type things. And some of it has handwritten recipes, all saying these are real and came this way. These are a treasure because I can use them, and here's a whole scad of them. Now, somebody years ago, if you can see this, the Scotch tape has turned yellow, but what it did is it turned these pages. Look at this. Look what it did to these papers. This is so cool. I have a bunch of them here. Look how beautiful. It's like they're sun bleached or something, and I have a whole bunch of them. I couldn't have made them look that cool if I tried. Look at that. Oh, so, you know, for free, this was a nice little treasure that I found. And I'm always telling the ladies, you know, don't throw out your stuff. Send it to me, and I'm getting more and more people that save really fun things for me. Look at these papers. Oh, they're just yummy. Aren't those neat? And I got them for free, you know. I mean, I even like the old weird Scotch tape. I may use them, you know, in places. I'm not really sure, but this is the kind of stuff that you can find in free places, or when you just ask people, you know, and you tell them what you do, and sometimes you get the coolest things. And so that was free. I just wanted to show you that. But a good share of what I got today, the last like 3 days, it's like lucky week for me this week. And so anyway, I don't know if you enjoyed that, but I'm enjoying getting so many fun things this week. So you guys give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and you guys have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed that silly video. You will take care. Bye-bye.